Hey gang, Ron with Rusty Ol'jeepers. Gonna do this review a little bit backwards. I've actually already been out in the woods, but we're gonna take a look today at the Ryobi 16-inch 40-volt chainsaw and compare it to the 18-volt 10-inch saw that I've been running for the last year. So let's take a look. So obviously the 16-inch 40-volt. There is a 40-volt 4-amp-hour battery. And then we have the Ryobi 10-inch 18-volt. Now, I've been running with this chainsaw for the past year. I picked it up. I was just curious about how it would do. I picked it up for $50 on Black Friday, and it's been worth every single penny. It's gotten me out of a couple of pinches for sure. And not only mine, but several of our friends have been saved by it as well. So had to just I needed another chainsaw. The 10 inches, great for just doing some little stuff, or just if you're in a bind, it'll get you out of it. But if you really want to do some cutting and make some good progress, making trail or whatever your need is, I really needed to step up to gas, or I was questioning whether or not these electric 40-volt were any good. And I'll tell you, you'll see in the video here shortly, but the thing's impressive. It really did a great job. Biggest concern that I have with it is battery life. We went through this 4-amp-hour battery in no time. We were cutting a pretty big tree, but I just didn't feel like it lasted as long as it should have. I didn't expect it to last real long, but it didn't last long at all. I did switch over to the 6-amp-hour battery that I also had, and that's what's currently in it. It is down to 2 bars, and we did a fair amount of cutting after that. So that's good. That seemed to be lasting. We'll take a look here. Yeah. So it's still got some juice left in it. And one thing that I at the beginning, I had a lead finger. So this trigger, it does depend upon how much you pull it. I was running wide open when I was working on that first tree. After that first tree, I tried to kind of settle it down a little bit. It still went through everything just like butter at like half trigger. So I think really you could probably save on some battery life just by not running at wide open throttle. It doesn't need it. So if you're really concerned about battery life, if you're kind of low on battery, don't have any spares, then you just watch your trigger. If you got plenty of battery or you're not planning on cutting for very long, run it wide open and just get it done. It does have the onboard tool, so it's just a simple hex tool with the flathead screwdriver on it, similar to what we see on most chainsaws. I can't get it out of here with one finger. There we go. So where someone said that it was a pain to put the chain back on, I did not find that to be the case. Just loosened up these 2 nuts here just a little bit, and then you can use the tensioning screw here to draw the bar back, give you some room to be able to put the chain back on, and then you just tighten it back up and get your chain set right. So I didn't have any problem with that. I had it done in about maybe 5 minutes, if that. So I found there to be no issue with having to put the chain back on if it does come off. It came off for good reason. It would have come off of any chainsaw. So I had it kind of bound up in a tree. That's partly on me. I chose a poor angle. So yeah, the chainsaw performed very well, and look forward to using it more in the future and seeing if I can regulate the batteries a little bit more. Probably will end up picking up another battery a little bit later down the road. I think I've got enough to get me by for right now, but we are planning on building another trail here shortly. We already started on it, but it's going to be a long trail, so not sure if this is going to last me all day cutting, that's for sure. But well, yeah, we'll see how we do. And yeah, other than that, pretty happy with it, and you'll see how it performs in the video. thing I've noticed about the 40 volt is it is noticeably louder than the 18 volt. We'll see if that's the case while we're actually cutting. The other thing I want to point out is it does have the brake on it as well. So if your brake is engaged, it will not do anything. So you do need to reset that brake. That is one of the beauties of an electric chainsaw, is that it starts every time. So hopefully, right? As long as you got a battery. Let's see what it does.
Make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
All right. Doing a pretty good job going through it like butter. Of course, it's a brand new chain, but that's a pretty big log there, and just went through it really in no time. So I think I'll get this cut up out of the way, and we'll be able to head on down the trail and find another one.
It sound right, boy.
All right, quick update. I've been sitting here sawing this log here on the trail for not very long, really. I'd say maybe 10 minutes or so. I mean, it is a big log. The saw is going right through it. Really impressed with that. I mean, it's not a small log. So take a look here, and that's a pretty thick log. But this is all the cutting I've gotten done, and the battery is already dead. So saw's performing well, but it is eating through a battery. Now that is just a little 4 amp hour battery, but still would have expected it to last longer. I know the 18 volt battery lasts surprisingly long in that saw. Of course, it doesn't cut like this either, though. Probably would have ran out of battery just going through this thing, because it would have taken forever. So it's making quick work of it, but eating up batteries. So I will pop in the 6 amp hour battery, and we'll see what happens. like we have more work to do. All right, we cleared that last obstacle in no time, and just moving on here a little bit further down the line, we've got another blockage. This one Craig and I got caught up on, and that was in one of the videos that's been posted online. It was right before Mr. Toad goes to the chiropractor. So we'll go ahead and get this cleared out so that it doesn't cause us any problems. And yeah, I'm really impressed with how the saw is performing. It's doing a fantastic job. It hasn't had anything that it's had an issue with other than possibly battery usage. So let's see where we are on this 6 amp hour. It's still reading 3 bars, so not too bad, I guess. So we'll take out this next stuff. Sideways action.